THINGOFOURSPUBLICATIONS, Orthopedic Reporter. This is a sneak peek of Silent Brass by Mark McCloud. He's a fucking U.S. Senator, said Officer McDowell while holding the government ID in his right hand. They're going to want our badges for this shit. It's not our badges they're going to want, stated Sergeant Mayhew. It's our fucking freedom. Detective Knight and Steele had a lot of experience with officer-involved shootings and had experience with the killing of citizens of Detroit. They knew how to frame a scene to fit their story and chain of events. We can fix this, stated Steele, as he and Knight looked to one another, then at Sergeant Mayhew and Officer McDowell. The two detectives started looking around the area to check to see if anyone or anything was near them that could tell a different story. It was approximately 12:43 a.m. and no one was on the slum streets. Most of the buildings in this section of the city were under construction. City officials were in the process of trying to revitalize the area. Detective Steele motioned for everyone to step away from the body. Then he knelt and pulled up his pants leg, exposing a small .38 caliber snub-nosed revolver. He did have a gun, stated Detective Steele. He removed a blue steel revolver from his ankle holster. We fixed this scene to fit our story, and that would be the only story told. Yeah, said a confident Detective Knight. United States Senator or not. The fucker had a gun and he got in the car and came at us. There was nothing we could do. Steele and Knight had started their prepping the scene for the investigation to come. They knew that a major part of any officer-involved shooting was the story that the officer told and how believable that story was. In the back of his mind, Sergeant Monty Mayhew had known that Detective Bobby Steele and Tony Knight had been involved in several shootings. However, he always thought that the shooters were good shoots. Up until that point, he had never considered that they were killed illegally. Officer Walter McDowell was down to whatever the detectives wanted to do. He was the youngest of the four officers. He had at least experience on the force. So let's do it, he said as the car drove by and slowed down to see what was happening. Officer now motioned for the car to keep moving. So let's do it then, repeated Detective Steele. Turn on the squad lights and get the tape out of the trunk. Stay out of the scene from this point on. No footprints, fingerprints, nothing. He added. Detective Steele went over to the body, pulled out his white handkerchief and wiped off his .38 revolver, making sure to remove his own fingerprints. He then placed the .38 in the right hand of the deceased and pressed the fingers and palm prints on the gun. He motioned for the other officers to clear away from the squad cars, then pulled the trigger, allowing one round to fire into the ground and ricochet off the squad car. He then dropped the gun near the feet of the body. Call it in. Silent Brass, man, it's going down. These boys done flipped the senator, man.